Shabbat Shalom. Because the Reform movement celebrates just one day of Shavuot, this week we read Parshat Naso again, as we did last week. We do it over a 2-week period to align with the traditional calendar of the Torah reading. A dizzying array of rituals and censuses and sacrifices and job descriptions fill this week's Torah portion. At 176 verses, Naso is the longest of all of the Parshiot. In Naso, there is an account of the Levitical families of the Gershons and the Meraris and their task in carrying parts of the tabernacle when the Israelites journeyed through the wilderness. After 2 brief laws about removing unclean people from the camp and about restitution, there comes the strange ordeal of the Sotah, the woman suspected by her husband of adultery. Following that, we are introduced to the laws of the Nazarite, and then the ultimate blessing of the priests over the people, which we talked about last week. The Nazir is a person who self-consecrates themselves to God by abstaining from intoxicating substances and cutting their hair. The Haftorah contains the retelling of the birth story of Samson, the most famous of all of the Nazarites. Samson is the last of the judges from the biblical period. We're familiar with Samson's heroic strength derived from his amazing hair, his bravery in battles against the Philistines, and the tragedy he endures from the manipulation of his wife Delilah. Just walk into any of the great art museums of the world and you will find painting depicting the story of Samson and Delilah. Making vows, even dedicating ourselves to some greater purpose, is fundamentally human. But Samson is not who we should emulate. Power, strength, and might aren't the only signs of good leadership. Doing so without just cause is perilous. Ben Zoma asks an important question. Who is really mighty? And the answer, the one who conquers their own impulses. Shabbat Shalom.